Hi guys, and thank you so much for joining me today right here on Double Dose Tip Talk. My name is Natalie, and I want to thank all of my subscribers and everyone for joining me today. Thank you so much. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 things that could break up a relationship. Yes, top 10 things that could possibly break up a relationship. I am going to jump right into it, and I am going to start with number 10. I won't be doing the traditional 1 through 10. I'll start from 10 and then go on through. The first one on the list is sex. Yes, and you might ask, why is sex on the list for number 10? Well, for one thing, your partner could ask you to do things in the relationship that you don't want to do that concerns sex. So there could be a possibility that he or she likes to do certain things, and maybe you don't want to do those certain things. Maybe that person has a fetish. Maybe that person wants to do things that literally hurt, whether it be just some things that could possibly hurt a whole lot. That's all I'm going to say. It could possibly hurt a whole lot. And sometimes when a person is scared in a relationship, or they feel that uncomfortable, they just might break the relationship off because of that. I also have where your partner is not good enough in the bedroom. Yes, that's a possibility that could break up the relationship if one person or one of the partners, you or your significant other, does not do all the flips and tricks that person wants them to do. It's a possibility that could also break up the relationship. I also do have your partner could be cheating and feel someone else is better than you in bed. Now, that is a possibility as to why sex could possibly break up your relationship. He cheated and found someone else that does it better than you. And that would definitely break things up, because if you found that out, and I guess you wouldn't stay. I don't know. I hope you wouldn't stay or whatever. However that goes. But if that happens, and I know people probably would feel pretty much hurt about that if they found that out, that person cheated, and then and you two got into an argument and they just blew up and said, oh, well, this person does this in the bed and you don't. Okay, yeah, that's really hurtful. So, but if they feel that way and they cheated, first of all, if they cheated, number one, I'm sure you're not going to stay with them. But that is some of the reasons. That was number 10. On to number 9. Number 9 is social media. Yes, social media could possibly break up the relationship, and you may ask why. Well, for one thing, we do have not posting that you and your significant other is in a relationship. Yes, not posting that little relationship thing, changing that to that you're in a relationship, and maybe having on there that you're still single, all that type of stuff. Yeah, that could possibly break up the relationship. Also, finding pictures that offend the significant other. Now, it's a possibility there are pictures that you and maybe an ex have together, and you're still posting those pictures that don't belong there. In case you haven't noticed, you're in a relationship now. Ex's pictures shouldn't be up. All that stuff offends your significant other, and that also could possibly say that you still care about that person because you're still posting the pics. So those are the type of things that could break up the relationship, just as well as befriending your ex or people that your significant other does not care for or get along with or like. So if you are befriending people that your ex or your significant other does not like your ex, or someone that they just are not fond of, and you do that on purpose, you could break up the relationship. It's very possible that that could happen. If you guys are still friends, and it depends on what level of friends you're on. There's different levels to that. I feel like if your significant other knows the ex or has seen the ex or whatever, and y'all cool with all that, that's something different. But normally in a normal relationship, I just believe, maybe posting, having that ex on social media, befriending them, sending messages back and forth, that is very conflicting. Yeah, that could be very conflicting. Okay, number 8, baby mamas and baby daddies. Yes, I do have that as number 8. Now, for one thing, the baby mama or daddy could still be in love with that significant other. So if you have already started a relationship, and seriously, the baby mama or daddy has to be controlled, or that situation has to be resolved some kind of way. But it's a possibility they could break that relationship up with all the drama, especially if one of the significant others just can't take it. That could possibly break up the relationship. And for the baby mamas and baby daddies, that significant other could still be sleeping with the baby mama or a baby daddy. And if you're still sleeping with that person, you are sending mixed messages. You're sending conflicting information to the baby mama and saying that it's okay, go ahead and act a fool because I'm still sleeping with you and I still want you, so it's okay for you to break up this new thing I got with this relationship. Yeah, that's just fine. Whatever. But something that could possibly break up the relationship, where the baby mother or baby daddy, however you want to put it, would get upset, is if that person is not taking care of that child support. If they do have child support could even break up the relationship, because maybe too much money is being taken out and they can't seem to get along because that person can't do for them like they're supposed to. So that could be something that could be a hindrance if those situations are taken care of properly. Children for number 7. Number 7, we have children, and that's speaking of baby mama and daddy. Children. Now, for this, I do have the child is jealous of the significant other getting attention. Now, so many times I have seen children act a fool because a new person came in and the child was so used to getting all the attention, getting anything they wanted. But then when there was someone else that steps in, the child started acting out, even more, because they feel that attention that they used to get is taken away now. They no longer have that attention. So that is one of the reasons why children could possibly break up the relationship. Maybe that person felt like, okay, your child just acting a dang on fool when I come over, and I don't want to break up that little bond you all have. So it's a possibility that somebody could possibly think about moving on. And then I also have the child is very unruly or does horrible things, and the significant other doesn't know how to tell them about their child. Yes, the child, now that the child is jealous and acting a fool and acting out, and sometimes when a significant other comes along and they meet that child or whatever, they finally meet the child, they don't know how to tell them that your child is just unruly, acting a fool, and your child does this or that, and they feel that they would hurt that person's feelings or hurt the significant other's feelings if they were to tell them that they need to contain that child or make that child do what they're supposed to do. They just out of control. How long this been going on? I don't understand. So if they don't get a chance to tell them that, or they're afraid to express that to that person, that's a possibility that that person will get tired of that situation and move on. So that is something that could possibly break up the relationship. So I also have the child is always priority and in the middle of the relationship. Now, don't get me wrong, your children are supposed to be priority. You are supposed to put your children in front of everything. Yes, they are supposed to be taken care of. They are supposed to be exactly what they should be. But sometimes you just can't have a child make decisions for you, for the parent. That child cannot make grown decisions that you should be making and taking control of. So that could possibly break up the relationship too. That the child is in the middle of the relationship, making decisions for that person, for that father or mother, that they shouldn't be. It should be a group decision, not so much, okay, well, baby, look, hey, this, that's my son, that's my child, that's my girl, that's my boy. I'm going to do what I got. Well, okay, of course you are. But you also should consider that there are other people too. So just like I said, the children are a priority, but it has to be a group effort, a team effort when you're working inside of a relationship. That's just my opinion. Number six. I do have miscommunication. Yes, miscommunication. And you may ask, why is miscommunication? Well, for one thing, texting can be misconstrued. I'm sorry, guys. That's my phone. Excuse me. Okay, guys, I am back. And I do apologize for the interruption. The next one that I was getting ready to elaborate on was miscommunication. And like I said, you're probably asking, why is it miscommunication? Well, texting can be misconstrued, which is what I was about to say. Sometimes when we're doing text or sending text, you can read it wrong and you're not able to see their reaction. You're not able to get the actual reaction of their face, or you can't hear their voice in what they're saying. So if someone texts you something, it all depends on how it's read or something to that nature. So that people have broken up over text. They have ended relationships through text, which I think is not a good thing. I think that you really should communicate with that person. You really should have a dialogue with them before you just break up with them. I think that's just taking the coward way out, to break up with someone over text. Now, also, they could be afraid or unsure about how to communicate their feelings to their significant others. So if you feel some kind of way, or if something happened in the relationship, sometimes one of those partners could be very afraid to express how they feel, or express because they believe that if they did express the way they felt, that the relationship would end. And that is not a good thing for communication. I feel that if knowing how to communicate and communicating whatever it is you feel to that person is having a relationship where the communication is good, because you're able to tell that person, regardless of how they feel, regardless of how you feel, if it hurts or not, you're able to tell them exactly what you're thinking and how you feel. So not being able to communicate that promotes a problem, because you're holding back things, you're holding back feelings that really should be conveyed to that person. So that is also a miscommunication, and it could possibly break up the relationship, because maybe the person feels like, what, just forget it. I can't talk to this person, or I can't tell them exactly how I feel. So instead, I'm just going to bow out. And that's not a good thing. You should always be able to communicate your feelings regardless of how it is, regardless of what goes on. Their communication should be a two-way street. You should be able to communicate back and forth, most definitely. Then the next thing is not enough communication. Sometimes there is no communication or not enough communication. Sometimes that last time you communicated with that person is the very last time that you guys communicate. And that could be just a breakup. Like, that could just be the end because you all had no other communication. One person is afraid to call the other person, or there's pride issues going on. Both people have their prides, or both significant others are attending to their pride, so they're not going to communicate, and that just ends the relationship, period, which I have experienced that. Just wanted to throw that in there. I've experienced that, where it's just over by no communication. Relationship ended and everything by no communication at all. So yes, that is the way that the relationship is just broken up. No communication at all. The next, and that was number 6. So number 5 is going to be family. Yes, family. And you might say, why? How can family break up a relationship? Very easily. Here goes some of the reasons why. Traditional family values, or it could be religion, that do not align with both of these significant others. So it could be that their families come from 2 different backgrounds. Your family may have a different religion than the person that you're with, and maybe that family doesn't like it, especially if the significant other is close knit with their family. They are more apt to go with their family and go with what their family says, and not go against their values. So sometimes that could break up the relationship as well. If they are not willing to let go of the family and become one with that significant other in what they do. But I'm sure they have evaluated before they just make that decision if that person is worthy of doing that. If that person is worthy letting go their family values and things of that nature. And the other one is the mother or father could be interfering in the relationship. And not just the mother and father. It could be a sister or brother. Anybody could interfere in a relationship. And sometimes you just have that where the mother is meddling in the relationship. And then you also have, don't forget, the mama's boys or the daddy's girls. And that's where it becomes, like I said, they don't want to let go of those family members. They don't want to let go and become one with that significant other that they're going out with or dating. I still feel that if you can't let go, then what's the use of actually dating? I mean, you might as well date your mama and daddy if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do. But that's just my opinion, and I just want to let y'all know everything in here is just my opinion. That's just my opinion. And also, which was the last one, a family member could be jealous of the relationship that you have. So not only could they meddle in the relationship, a family member could possibly not be in a relationship, and they're looking at your relationship wishing they had the same relationship. So instead, they probably will give bad advice. They probably will do things to hurt the relationship between you and that person. You just never know. Some family members are conniving like that. I have never come across that, but it's a possibility that has happened in some families. But that is number 5, and that was family. So number 4 is going to be your career, your job. And you may say, wait a minute, how can my job mess up the relationship? Well, here's why. Too many long hours, or your job is just too far away, which makes it longer hours. So if you have too many hours at your job, that's just not enough time for the significant other. And that could be a big reason as to why the relationship could break up or not work out. If you're working all the time and you're not spending enough time with your significant other, or if you even start off telling that person when you met them, I work all the time, so I really ain't got time. Okay, so that means you don't even want a relationship. As you just blatantly told me, I don't have time for you. My job is my girlfriend. That's basically what you're saying. So if you are saying that, you're saying that I will never be in anything, and yes, this relationship will break up because I will be at work all the time. Okay? So that's one of the things about the jobs. Someone on the job could be fond of your significant other. They could possibly like your significant other. So if someone on the job is, they come home and start talking about Susie or Jack, he told me my hair is really nice, or Susie, she loves the way I pick up a box or whatever. I don't know if that's the way you would tell your significant other, but your significant other will pick up on signs that there could be something wrong or something different at work. Like if you spending all your time at work, like you have told that person, like the first one I gave, you spend too long at work. It could be a reason. That's the reason why you spending all the time at work, because somebody at work you like, or they like you, or whatever. So that's a possibility as to why the relationship could not work out or break up. Lack of promotion or raise on the job to bring about financial independence in the relationship. Now, what I mean by that is that maybe you just don't get paid enough to do the things that your significant other wants to do. And I'm basically saying that on the significant other male end. Maybe something's going on wrong where you're not budgeting your money correctly, or your finances are not what they should be. So that definitely interferes with how you treat your significant other, with what you do for that person, or how that person, how you receive that person, or if you take them out to dinner, or if you're always struggling to, rub two pennies together just to get, around the corner. Yeah, that could have an impact on your relationship with your significant other. So it could mean that you may need to upgrade your job, ask for a promotion, or, just straight out get something else that will help you in your finances so you can do better with your relationship. And I'm sure if you want to have a meaningful, lasting relationship, you will not be a punk and live off the girl. Or the girl will not be crazy enough to ask him for Pampers or ask him for anything, knowing that that's the stuff that she's supposed to do. It's not his responsibility as of yet. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, so next, which is and that was number 4. So number 3, and we're almost getting there, down to number 1. So coming in at number 3. And you're going to be surprised at what this is on number 3, and it's very important. Well, not that important, but it's very, very widespread, and it's just, it's normal. It's normal in society, which is cheating. Cheating. Yes, cheating. The significant other feels that the grass could be greener on the other side. Now, I'm sure you all know what that means, that he may feel that there's somebody out there better than you, so they skip you just so they can go see if Susie with the big booty is better than you. That's just plain and simple, which is why that could break up a relationship, because that person feels that, well, you know what, the grass could be greener on the other side. Okay, so that is one of the things. The other thing is the significant other was upgraded. Now listen to this closely. The significant other was upgraded by the person that they were in the relationship with. And after the upgrade, now this is after the significant other was upgraded, the significant other cheats in the relationship, only to treat the other person better and go give all their good learned behavior to the new person. That could possibly break up a relationship. So if you have, been with that person for the longest, and you have done so many things with your significant other, and you know what you've done for them and how you've helped them. You may have helped them get a job, you may have helped them get a new apartment, a new home, a new car, anything. You could have helped them do anything that upgraded their life, and then they leave you and go be with somebody else and share all of that upgrade with their new person. Yeah, that that is something that you'll find out with cheating. That is why they cheated. So because they took everything that you've learned them and took it and put it to somewhere else to be used. But now I will say, you will have to examine, what did you learn from them? Were you able to take away anything from them since you upgraded them and did all that for them? What did you take away from the relationship as well? That's something to think about. Okay, and that's on that one. And the last one is, the significant other is tired of the longevity in the relationship. Too many years together. Two people can just get tired of being together. Some people, have been together since high school. And that's probably what will make them cheat, because they haven't been with anybody else. If you listen to that song with Donnell Jones, he talks about that. He talks about she doesn't understand. He'd rather leave than to cheat. And he's leaving because he haven't even experienced what he could have experienced, because he's been with that person for so long. And that could definitely happen with cheating. And that's one of the top 10 things that could break up a relationship, because of the longevity in the relationship. So it's almost like shelf life. You only got shelf life for so long in a relationship. So and sometimes it's just deeper than that you don't have to do that, and that person is just made for you, and you stay there regardless of, if you feel like you need to go out and explore. Some people just go explore and then come back and still be in that same relationship. And that's how they stayed together for I don't know how many years, because maybe somebody didn't find out about that. I don't know. But that's a good possibility. Okay, so that's it for cheating. Now we're coming up on number two. Number two, which is jealousy. Yep, number two is definitely jealousy. Now, with jealousy, I will say that there are a lot of categories for jealousy, and I'm only going to go with 3 categories, just as I have with the rest of them. The significant other constantly accuses the other about cheating without proof. Now, that's some sort of jealousy, but then that's also paranoia. That's all mixed into there, depending upon sometimes it's women's intuition. And if you're using your intuition, maybe you're not paranoid. Maybe that person really is doing something, you just haven't caught them yet. So sometimes that is a jealous factor. You just haven't caught them yet, but you're jealous about the fact that they could be doing that, and things could be going on. But that's a little paranoia in there as well. So, but that could definitely break up the relationship, because the other person will get tired of that. They will be tired of getting accused. And you're crying wolf, is this what they used to say, that you'll break up with them, blah, blah, blah. But you don't have any real proof, that they're cheating. So, if you don't have the proof, and the proof is not there as of yet, you just got this feeling, I would definitely, make sure that I have proof before, I go out and do this or that. But even if you don't have proof, some people just say, okay, it's my intuition, I'm going to go cheat because I feel like, this ain't working, and I know he out there cheating. So, hey, and I don't have an opinion for that. I apologize, but I don't. But I just want to tell you that sometimes that's what can happen. Okay, and so the second, the significant other is competitive and could be jealous of the financial status. So that definitely means that somebody's bringing home the bread, a lot of bread. They're bringing home a lot of bread. And one person could be jealous about that. Maybe they, just men are competitive, women are competitive. And if you are in that arena where you're competing with your significant other, that really shouldn't be. Whatever you do for each other, it should be a team thing, a team effort. If one person makes more, that person is making more for the both of you, not just for themselves. I mean, especially if they plan to have a future. If the financial status could definitely be that one person makes more than the other, and that person is definitely jealous about that. And like I said, it shouldn't be that way. It should be a team effort. Both parties should be able to complement each other on the finances. If one person has it and the other one don't, if you care enough about that person, you'll see to it that both of you have it. Not just one person and one person's left out in the cold. But that all depends, how long you've been together, if that person's cheating on you, if you're spending more money than they are, if they're using you. All of those are factors that all depend in that. But that is just one of the things that could cause jealousy and could cause you to break up. Yes. So the last one on that was the significant other could be jealous of friends and family. How close the significant other is with friends and family. So that is another factor that could possibly come up. And I'm sure it has come up in a lot of relationships where the significant other already has friends. They had these people way before you. So if they know some type of inside joke or know some type of inside sign or whatever they do together, and they may go have, play basketball every Friday or every whatever. You have to accept that. You can't be jealous of that. Or if she goes to yoga every whatever, you have to accept that. That's not something to be jealous of. That's something to be proud of, because that means that person won't be in your face 54/7, worrying you to death, stalking you, asking you what you're doing. So yes, that plays a big part in it, but that's definitely what could break someone up. Just being jealous of friends and family, or being jealous that you don't have that closeness. You don't have that. But even if you don't, it's, if you get you some business, it could possibly work out for you. Okay. All right. So that was number 2. We are at the last one. Number one. This is a biggie, and you're going to be familiar with this when I say it. This is huge, and it's the number one thing, the top 10 of the number one thing. It's the top. It's the number one thing that could break up a relationship, and it is friends. Yes, friends. And you may ask, why? Why did you pick friends for number 1? Well, the reason I did pick friends for number 1, everyone has one. Everyone has some type of friend around. Everyone has somebody that they talk to and tell all their secrets to. Everybody has a best friend. Somebody has something somewhere that they talk to on a daily basis. Hanging out with friends too much when the significant other wants more time. Knowing how to divide that time between a friend and your significant other. If you don't know how to divide that time, that is something that could possibly break up the relationship. Yes, that is definitely something that could happen that way. So just hanging out and doing things too late, too long, and not answering your phone while you're with your friends and things of that nature, that can also cause your significant other to begin to wonder, wait, I thought you was, well, every time you with so-and-so, this happens. That, not having those type of understanding, not having that type of understanding can cause conflict in the relationship. So that is just one of the things with friends that could possibly break up the relationship. Your friends cheating with your significant other. Now, I don't know if that's an everyday thing, but it's possible that it could happen. if you're that close with your friend's watching you and your man. And the next thing you know, your man is watching your friend. So you do have to be aware and vigilant when you have your friends, because you just never know. And you have to be cautious as to who you introduce your friends to. You never know what's going on. You never know if that, person has eyes for that person, or if they sincerely are happy that you two are together. You have to look at those signs. You got to look at those things in a relationship when you're with a significant other. Also, your friends, and this is the last, your friends being jealous of the relationship and gives you wrong advice. Yes. So not only are they hawking your man, not only are they doing that, you're telling them everything and you're putting your trust in them, but they are giving you wrong messages, wrong signals, wrong things to do. It could be just as simple as, girl, he wants to go out on Friday night and I want to wear this dress. Do you think I should wear the dress? Well, it's possible that your friend could be jealous and be like, girl, and not tell you that the dress makes you look fat. Not tell you that. Or it could be a guy and you ask him, should you wear that suit? And you know that you're going somewhere casual and it doesn't cause for a suit. But your friend possibly tells you, yeah, dude, go ahead and wear the suit. And so you walk in the place and everybody's casual. And as for your friend, she wears the dress and looks fat. And then long down the line, her significant tells her, you look fat in that dress. But your friend never told you that. She just told you to go ahead and wear it. So that's just some of the examples of how a friend most definitely can be a possibility as to why the relationship did not work out or break up. And that is my top 10. That is my top 10. I do want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope this video was not long. I do want to say one more thing before I shut this video off, is that I want you to go check out my friend Cady Wonders. She is very conscious in the conscious community. She posts videos about consciousness and keeping you awake in the community and keeping you updated on things that's going on within this world. Now, I know a lot of you are probably hooked on a bunch of conscious people that are out there, giving out information, but are they giving the right information? If you watch her, she'll be able to tell you that. So I will put her link down in the description. Her name is Cady Wonders, and I shout out to her. Woohoo! Hey, Cady, how are you? Okay, guys, so I do want to thank you so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to put another email down in the description. And I probably put info double dose, but puriteeone@gmail.com. You can reach me there, and you can always leave comments. I'll try and answer as much as I can. I'm not on here a lot, but I'm trying to get better with that, trying to be on here as much as I can. But I do just want to really sincerely thank all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching me, and thank you for supporting me. That is the end of this video, and I shall see you next time, guys. Love you. Bye.